So I wanted to check with the Social Security Administration and see when a Social Security number was first issued. 1936 appears to be the answer. Then it was required in the 60s for the IRS, in the 70s with some banking transactions, then in the 80s, additional banking transactions, and then also in the late 80s, any babies born, you could just apply for a social security number when the baby was born. So, what that means is, of course, that there are people who were born before a social security number was sort of in place upon birth, etc. I wasn't born in the 80s, so I was born at a time when a social security number wasn't an option for, when somebody was born, you could just apply for it later. And the reason I'm talking about this is I wanted to talk about the mark of the beast and let you know that there are people that I know who told me that when the Social Security system came about, they were convinced that the Social Security number was the mark of the beast. And certainly we know it isn't, but it certainly is a prerequisite at this point. So let's start here with Revelation 7. So there is an angel who has the seal of the living God. This is what it tells us if you've never read this, but in Revelation 7, at the beginning of Revelation 7, it speaks about sealing those people who are the servants of God on their foreheads. It says in Rev 7, verse 3, saying, "Do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees till we have sealed the servants of our God on their forehead." And then it goes on to speak about the 144,000 of Israel that are sealed. They get marked. So let's talk about the mark of the beast. This is Rev 13, and I am starting in Rev 13, verse 15. He was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast could both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. So leading with all of that information from the Social Security Administration, we know that they're in the process and speaking highly of getting rid of pennies and because of the cost, but you can see how we're headed towards a digital world. And these things that are happening are precursors. They're things that lead us a little bit closer to this mark that will be on your hand or on your forehead. And we need to be aware, of course, and I think many of us are, that this is coming so that when it is required to buy or sell, you can choose not to have that, because there always has to be a choice. You just have to be prepared to suffer if you don't get it. Suffer in what ways? There's no way I could tell you specifically. However, we know that there is a mark that it is coming on the right hand or on the forehead. This is what Scripture says, and this is what is expected. Armor up, we ride at dawn. May God bless you as always. Have a great day.